their wool.
Yes.
They would go up their mucous membrane.
Yeah.
Fill into the largest of their ears.
Yes, sir.
Fly into the open receptacle of their mouths. And become vehemently obtrusive. So that the sheep, in trying to find relief, all in their eyes, and these pestilence hatching their eggs in them, and they would rock from side to side and sometimes go blind, or they would run and pass out, and many times they would die because of the infection that got under their skin. Yeah. So a real shepherd would take a seed of linwood, press it until the oil would ooze out of it, make a salve, and then anoint their head, and anoint around their eyes and around their mouth and around their earlobes, and anoint into their skin, so that the pestilence could not get there and lodge in them and hatch their eggs. And then joy would come among the sheep, because a shepherd has done their due diligence. He anoint my head with oil, all of plenty, all of restoration, all of healing, that will keep the pestilence away. Stuff that will distract you. Stuff that will cause you to lose focus. Stuff that will make you discouraged. Stuff that will make you sit down. Stuff that will cause you spiritual sickness and regurgitation. He anoints you with the oil of the word and the spirit, and anointing you with oil causes your joy to overflow. My cup runneth over, because I have the joy of the Lord, which is my strength. It's good to have a good shepherd in the spirit and in the natural. Let's transition here as I hastily take my seat. God raised up a young man by the name of Highsmith, gave him an assignment because there's a need in Brooklyn. He followed the mandate of all the predecessors. He adjuncted himself with a commitment to his jurisdiction of bishop. His bishop had served the church pristinely, both in the jurisdiction, locally and international. He followed Pop Kelly to the letter of the law. He was there for F.B. Washington. He was there for Sexton, and doing all he could to encourage the good work of faith. And because a door was open, faithfulness became the order of the day. It wasn't about a vote. It was about God's appointment. When those that are faithful over a few things, he'll make you ruler over many. And this young man saw him, an elder statesman, and said, I will follow you as you follow Christ. In the local church, many men, women, boys, and girls have found despair, bewilderment, and confusion. And because he had a shepherd's heart through the thick and the thin, the struggles and adversity, test and trial, good days and bad days, up times and bad times, he had to pour in the ministry, take out of his own fund to keep the church rolling, give up what he should have to keep the ministry going, pour out vision, deal with disgusted people, going through issues, having a wrestling match with folk you think have your back, and you wake up and realize they have an assassin spirit to destroy your life. You got to be crazy to keep showing up at church, preach to the same folk, trying to get them the same thing, year in and year out, week after week, service after service. Either you crazy or you showing up love the Lord to come for abuse, verbal abuse, emotional abuse, abuse by withholding your fund, and yet he shows up with a brazen determination and an enthusiasm that cannot be explained, because God has made choice of him and visited him. All has been poured on his head. Joy has already come. Favor has already been established. Glory has already been imminent. God will make a way out of no way. I just came by to remind you that God has given you a good shepherd, a saved shepherd, a spirit-filled shepherd, a loving shepherd, a caring shepherd. I know it's not anniversary, but every time, every day, every hour, you ought to thank God for your shepherd. Yeah! David concludes, through all adversity, trouble and trials, I'm not going to leave. I'm going to stay in the house of the Lord. I will dwell. And the reason I can stay, because goodness and mercy shall stand with me. Follow me. Be my aid. Be my companion. Goodness and mercy, God's twin, standing with you. But my God is able. I came by to tell you there's a good shepherd in this house. Honor him, love him, follow him, support him, stand with him, be with him, obey him, undergird him, encourage him, lift him, motivate him. God will bless you. Won't he do it? Tell your neighbor, I'm glad that the Lord is my shepherd in heaven, and I'm glad that Bishop Highsmith is my shepherd in this church, and Bishop Baker is our jurisdictional shepherd leading the jurisdiction, and I got a feeling everything's gonna be all right. I know it's all right. I know it's all right. Get a hand. Get a hand. Get a hand. Get a hand. I'm through, y'all, for real. Tell your neighbor, I got a feeling everything is all right now. Tell your other neighbor, I got a feeling everything is all right. Don't you worry. Don't you fret.